Hey everybody, okay, it's 3 o'clock now here in New York City, and I'm doing double duty today. If you tuned in a little while ago, about an hour or so ago, I was playing on the Moon and June page, which is a festival in Perugia, Italy I've played, and they were raising money for COVID-19 victims in the local hospital. Anyway, it's my privilege to be here to play for you. I hope you like it. This is Out on the Rolling Sea, a great tune by the great Bahamian guitarist Joseph Spence. Enter the darkened glade and rest your head beneath the shade of a leafy tree. Beckons to you and me, then through your senses full of wonder, through the picket fences in a misty wood, into your heart quieter. Once again, heaven sends you rushing by, find nothing's died, seek and hide, and lock this lover deep inside your heart forever. Leave the morning dew a carpet underneath your shoes, droplets glistening, a rainbow glistening, breathing the forest clean, the sunlit dance as all turns green. You cannot take it with you, you have to start anew. The room, sing the tunes you always know. Flee home, free to roam, where your heart beckons, set it spinning. darkened glade and rest your head beneath the shade of a leafy tree. Beckons to senses, full of wonder, be the picket fences in a misty wood will do your heart quite good. Once again, heavenly sights, rushing back, find nothing's like seeking high, and lock this love up deep inside your heart forever. That's an older song called In a Forest, which was on an album of mine, Improve the Shining Hour. First compilation, I guess I did, back in the year 2000. And anyway, I promised I would play some Beefheart. And I happen to have my Stratocaster here. And it's all hooked up through a little amp in my apartment. That's where I'm broadcasting from, here in the West Village of Manhattan. And I'm up here in the building on Caroline's in the other room with Lulu. And yes, like everybody, we're trying to get through the day with the latest news. And anyway, I hope this will distract your mind for a little bit. This is a piece Don Van Vliet sent me, Captain Beefheart, Don Van Vliet. How I got into his band is a long story, but basically I was a huge fan after seeing his first ever show in New York at a little club called Ungano's on the Upper West Side in 1971. And I made a vow I would, if I ever did anything in music, I was going to play with this guy. It was so great. Kind of like running away to join the circus to me. And I met him the following year. He came up and played at my university, and we bonded. I got to interview him, and I stayed in touch for many years, though I never told him I played the guitar, because I was kind of shy, and I still am, believe it or not. And I didn't think I was ready, you know. I was secretly working on this music. But I got an opportunity some years later. I was on the way heading to the Far East. That's another story. I was going to go to work for my dad. And I saw that he was going to play a concert in my city of Syracuse, New York. So I went down to see him at the War Memorial, where I'd seen many great shows, including Frank Zappa and the Mothers, Janis Joplin, some great, great music. Peter, Paul, and Mary, one of my first concert experiences. And there he was. He'd come out on Frank's show. It was during the Bongo Fury tour. So I hooked up with him after the gig. He certainly remembered me, and we went out to have barbecued spare ribs in a little backyard clandestine spot in the Black Ghetto in Syracuse, basically in a guy's backyard. And in the middle of us chowing down on this succulent feast, I said, by the way, if you ever put a band together, I'd love to play with you. And he said, really? Why didn't you tell me you played, man? And I said, well, I didn't think I was good enough, but I've been working on it steadily. And he said, well, why don't you come up with your guitar, bring it up to Boston. I'm going to be up there this Friday with Frank, which is what I did. I took the bus up there, met him at the stage door after the show, which was incredible. Went back to his hotel room, auditioned, and I guess I passed, though it still took a few years. Finally, in 1980, he summoned me, and he said, I'm going to send you some music. That's how it started. So this is from the very last album of Captain Beefheart, Ice Cream for Crow, and it's a solo piece called Evening Bell. He sent it to me off a tape of him playing the piano in 2 parts, and I listened every day as deeply as I could into this tape to pick the notes out on the guitar. I did the whole thing by ear and memorized it as I went along. So I'd like to play it for you now here. Yeah, Evening Bell. Always fun to play and quite a knuckle buster. And that was by the great Don Van Vliet. And anyway, going back to solo acoustic, I'm going to do a piece now. It's a jazz standard. I love this piece. It's called The Music Goes Round and Round, Isn't It the Truth? And I recorded this for an album I did a few years ago. It was a tribute to the great Fleischer brothers, Max Fleischer and Dave Fleischer, who were the people, the pioneering animators responsible for Betty Boop and Popeye as far as animation. Betty Boop was a character they created based on some vaudeville singers. This is getting into the esoterica of it. And Popeye was already going as a comic strip by UC Segar, and they licensed the character and got the rights to it anyway. It was Betty Boop I was really taken with the most. Certainly the pre-code Betty Boop, before her character essentially became neutered after the Hollywood production code came into effect in 1937. But I always like to post clips, and you'll see them from time to time, of these pre-code gems. They're very racy in a kind of innocent way, actually, and good, clean fun. So if you get a chance, check out this record that we did, Fleischerei, on the Cuneiform label. And here's The Music Goes Round and Round. Music goes round and round, we hope. And here's an instrumental I did called Q&A. Okay, Q&A. And here is the little commercial break part of the show. Here's a fascinating, there's two books I've been really engrossed in by two guys named Mike. One is Mike Barnes, who wrote a great book about Beefheart. He's a UK journalist, and this is his book, A New Day Yesterday, backwards, I guess, on the iPhone. But it's all about prog rock, the UK version of prog rock, and it's totally engrossing and fascinating. And the other Mike is my friend Mike Edison, who's got a great book out about Charlie Watts and the evolution of his drumming style in probably my favorite rock band, the Rolling Stones. And it's called Why Charlie Watts Matters. So this is not for drummers only. I think any music fans would be captivated by this book. So check them both out. Really good reads, both of them. And if you like what you hear, I'm just going to say it once. Please show your support at PayPal. Gary at GaryLucas.com, Gary at GaryLucas.com. I really, really appreciate it. Caroline appreciates it. We're both of us freelancers, and everything has been disrupted, to say the least, gig-wise. They're all postponed or canceled for the time being, so it really means a lot to us. And I just want to read out a few people who've been very supportive recently. Natalie Chavaroche, Robert Porth, Jan Zielstra, Scott Soffin, Alan Kroger, Maxime Igor Popovich, Jonathan Luftig again, Charles McCardle, thank you. He was exceedingly generous, and all of these people were. Anybody who's, been tuning into this, I appreciate it. Whether you give or not. It's just great to play for you guys. And let's see, do we have any time? Yeah, we got a few minutes. So, in consulting my set list, let's see. I hear the sound of 1,000 fingers snap in the void where the air is cold. I hear the throb of 1,000 singers rise in the gloom down in Jericho. Once there was life, now the silence spoken, haunting the plain and the boneyard low. Dance past the walls, all sweetly broken. Kingdom is come down in Jericho. You keep saying that's the way to go, caught in the middle down in Jericho. Just when you feel that it's safe to blow, blind, dumb and deaf down in Jericho. Where there's a will, there's a way to travel. Take what you need with the urge to go. Visit the site where the world unraveled, hung in the dust down in Jericho. You keep thinking that it's safe to blow, blind, dumb and deaf down in Jericho. Just when you feel that it's safe to go, blind, dumb and deaf down in Jericho. Jericho. Singers and players now approach the altar. Listen and learn what the history shows. Keep playing hard, don't ever falter. Make the walls fall down in Jericho. You keep saying there's more to know, caught in the past down in Jericho. Just when you feel that there's much to know, down in Jericho. do just a piece of film music here that I used recently in Serbia at the Kustendorf International Film and Music Festival, operated by my friend Emir Kusturica, director of many, many excellent films. You may know Underground, Black Cat, White Cat, When Father Was Away on Business. A really amazing filmmaker, and he has this annual festival on top of a mountain near the Croatian border. And he gave me a film to score for his festival. And anyway, this was a hit, but it comes from an older piece of mine. And it's from also that, I think it was on Improve the Shining Hour, maybe. And the name of this is It's Like a Wheel, with apologies to Hank Frisch. It's like a wheel, just like it. So let's see what it is. Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you again this Thursday. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I love to play for you guys. And be well, be safe. See you very soon. All right, take care.